Okay, phrases I feel are much more fun than the random word generated. At least this next one. So today's random phrase generated is a cold day in hell. Something that never happens. If there are 3 things that I could say about that, you could do a 3-step process, 2 types, or 1 thing, as I think it's Vin Cheng says in one of his frameworks for communication. A cold day in hell. What could I tell? This would never happen. I feel like I can tell a story around this, and the story is, I got it. I'm going to relate it more to the definition than to the funny, clever word saying of a cold day in hell, which is this thing never happens. And I'm going to relate it back to my first marathon that I ran. So I get home from my mission. Actually, I am 2 months still into my mission, and my mom notifies me that she signed me up for the Maui Marathon. It's my first marathon. It's 8 months from now. No, it's 5 months from now. Yeah, it's 5 months from the date that she emails me telling me that I'm signed up for this marathon. She's going to run it with me. It's going to be magical. I'm going to return home from my mission. I'm going to start training. She and I are going to, and my dad, and actually all of my siblings, we're going to fly out to Hawaii. We're going to run this marathon together, and it's going to be magical. My mom was really into marathon running at that time, so this is a great way for her and I to kind of do something that she loved and enjoyed, which ended up turning into something that I now do still. And I would have to say, I have a very, very, very special and strong connection with my mom. I love my mom so much. She has done so much for me. And anyways, the point that I'm trying to make is this. I'm getting to run this marathon. And so I get home from my mission, a bit cocky, thinking, oh man, I can do anything. I'm bulletproof. So I kind of train for this marathon. And when I say kind of train, I don't run further than 8 miles in my training before running the marathon, the Maui Marathon. So second to doing like a walkathon, that was a half marathon back when I was like 12 or 13 with my dad for some school thing. I have not ran basically further than 8 miles total in my whole life in building up to this marathon. So we get to Maui, and the air is thick and it's humid and it's beautiful, and I get fantastic sleep, and I'm so excited thinking, oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing. So we get to the Maui Marathon, and we get there early, right? Marathons oftentimes start very early in the morning. This one started, I think, at 5 a.m. You need to be there at least an hour early to make sure that you have everything ready and appropriate. And so we, of course, get there even earlier because my dad is going to be running this with us, so he wants to make sure that we're on time and punctual. So we get to this marathon early, and we get there, and the starting line is right next to this giant parking complex. So this is what I remember. So you park into this complex, and imagine that it was like a building under construction where it had multiple floors. We're talking maybe 3-4 floors, but they haven't built out the walls or anything. So it's just like parking garage, parking garage, parking garage, parking garage, and every layer is exposed so you can see all of the cars on each of the levels. It's pitch black, and you've got this parking garage complex that's right next to where the marathon starts. So we pull up, and as we're pulling up, we see like a lot of like flashing lights. I'm like, what the heck? And we start hearing this like percussion, this bass, this boom, 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 as we're getting closer, and it's getting louder and it's getting stronger. And we like turn around a corner, and we see that this parking complex is lit up, and there are strobe lights, and there's these giant speakers on the different floors. And I kid you not, because this is a qualifying marathon, at least it was a qualifying marathon for Boston. And it's the closest marathon, I believe, for all Asian countries to to just fly into and qualify for, run for, in order to qualify for Boston. So there was a huge influx of Japanese runners that had flown into Hawaii, and they're also running this marathon with us. And these four parking lots have a bunch of Japanese people on each of these layers dressed up in spandex, like 80s neon colored spandex. I gotta do this. So, neon colored spandex. Yes. They're 4 layers. They're like 4 layers. Boom, 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 boom. All of them are dressed in these spandex. They've got these speakers that are blaring music. It's pitch black in the night, right? And then the parking that's on the ground floor is hundreds of other Japanese runners, all dressed up in their spandex from head to toe. And they're like looking up at the parking garage, watching these dancers, these like 2 instructors that are dancing, and it's like this music where they're like ding 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 ding. And I'm telling you, I like come to this first marathon, I was like, is this what marathons are like? And Tom, I'm telling you, like hundreds of Japanese people dressed up in these spandex, dancing on all these floors. And then you've got this whole group of more of them at the bottom floor looking up at their instructors, watching this tinky techno weird like Japanese music, just like ding 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 ding. And I got there and I was like, I don't know if this is normal. I don't know if this is something that, you can expect at every marathon, but this is my kind of energy and I love it. So I remember getting out of the car, going up and being like, I don't know how to speak your language, don't know who you are, but I'm joining in on this. So I'm joining in, dancing with these Japanese people prior to running my first marathon. And that, you could say, is kind of like a cold day in hell. Because I have ran dozens and dozens of marathons past this, and not one of them have ever had a bunch of Japanese people at a parking complex dancing to techno music in neon spandex. So you could say that experience, and I've even ran the Maui Marathon. I ran the same marathon a couple of months ago. You could say that experience was kind of like a cold day in hell. A cold day in hell.